Clear the cocaine out of my nose, huh? Hey kids, it's time for you to learn about today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark is a VPN service that allows you to browse the internet safely and securely without anybody's eyes looking into your business, because your business is your business. And you can browse the internet anywhere across the world by masking your IP address, which allows you to look at stuff that perhaps your nation's internet doesn't want you to look at. It also protects you from price gouging from people that might want to use your cookie data, including companies like airlines, which can sometimes jack up prices based on where you are. And if you go to surfshark.com/4starbento, you can get their coffee-sized deal with 4 free extra months with plans starting as low as $209 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's right. Just go to surfshark.com/4starbento and use the code 4starbento at checkout for that exclusive deal. Isn't that great? And with that, you'll be able to browse the internet safely, freely, as you will. Thank you, Surfshark.
I'll win for sure.
Goku eats the food. Yes, he does it!
Step into the grand tour, Dragon Ball GT.
FS.
So you learned a new attack in Japanese this episode.
I did.
Zanzouken.
Zanzouken, which is what they call the after image.
Yes. It's cool sounding. It's Zanzouken. It sounds cool.
A lot of things sound cool in Japanese.
Yeah,
just like, when it comes to like technique names, I mean, Shinkan Ito, instant transmission.
Taioken.
Which, close to the Kaioken.
Yeah, I could see why they went with solar flare, which is actually pretty close. It's like Taioken is literally like sun technique or sun punch, so whatever.
Like sun fist.
Sun fist. Fist of the sun.
I was right, Goku did eat the ball.
Yes, he ate the ball.
He gobbled that ball.
He balled up.
He nearly choked to death.
Yes.
Don't you? There's a mistake.
Dead. The fucking willpower.
Throat goat. Throat goat. Throat goat. It's a funny scene. Honestly, weirdly out of place, but also perfect for that moment.
Yeah, the entire first chunk of that first bit was just Omega Shenron trying to get that ball back, like attacking them. He's clearly got the upper hand now. Just, they get very little offense in.
I'm going to say, and I will stand to this point, these 2 episodes could have been one goddamned episode.
Maybe.
I could see so many things to cut.
I can see where they definitely could have trimmed down a lot, specifically in the first half of the second episode.
Oh yeah.
But regardless, this has all been Fighto.
Yeah.
Like this is the most Fighto to ever Fighto.
And I think my big problem is none of it's particularly well choreographed.
So, some of it looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
every now and again we get some like cool shots. We're like, oh, nice. But yes, that was probably like the least we reacted in a while to one of these episodes because, admittedly, we're just watching, pretty mid-tier Dragon Ball fighting.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I've been there twice, 3 times technically. Just throw a fucking rock at him.
So the entire first episode is literally dedicated to Goku and Vegeta trying to fuse again. Because the entire thing is they can't beat One Star unless they fuse.
And he's like, I'm not gonna let you do that.
Yeah. And so the entire episode is centered around them trying to figure out a way to make that happen. And that's boring. I'm sorry. That is so boring.
For a moment, it felt like they were going to do that tactical thing where I can't think of like a specific instance off the top of my head, but where like they pretend to do the technique and then trick him into like leading. He did
yeah.
that. They did that once, but I thought they were going to keep doing that. I can think of like a few instances. Like it feels like in Naruto when he's trying to charge up the Rasengan and somebody's trying to stop him, and it's like, aha! But instead I'm going to do this to you, leaving their guard down when they're about to attack.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to play a little more with that, but admittedly they at least did it once.
Yeah.
大丈夫。俺たちが負けるわけねえ。だって俺たち戦闘民族サイヤ人だろ。
That really matters something to me right now. I like how Vegeta's the one who's like, oh, dragging out that old one, huh?
Oh, this one's spinny.
Mine's floaty. Again. It was so distracting, the fact that it's like clearly all they need is a diversion for like 5 seconds or something so they can do it, that they actually had to have a cutaway to Gohan explaining, no, it's futile. We can't do it for some reason.
Well, he's like, yeah, no, at this point, he's going to catch on that we're trying to do that. He's going to brush this off and he's just going to attack my father. So,
But it's still such a stupid way of going about it, because you can at least try to hold his attention. You can, get up in his face. One of you throw a solar flare. As you said, if they do that, maybe Goku could teleport away and they can just fuse elsewhere.
I mean, he could have, there were several opportunities Goku would have had to grab Vegeta and used instant transmission. At any point.
That might have been the case. I'll give the show maybe some logic in the idea that it takes Goku a second to figure out where to go, because he needs to lock onto an energy source when he does it, right? So he needs to find that and then go. So maybe in the time, if they had actually tried to do that, it would have shown. But I'll give the show enough of like the leeway to say that maybe Omega Shenron wouldn't have allowed him to do that anyway, and Goku knew that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like the entire episode is literally just dedicated to them trying to get around, like trying to somehow fuse without one star stopping them. And then they finally, after a bunch of fighting, Goku sees like reflections of himself in broken glass and realizes, oh, after image, which honestly, kind of a neat idea, and visually it's very cool. Like watching them like zip around him and then create the after image and then start doing the fusion technique with the after images.
I mean, if you're doing it in the after image, doesn't that mean you had to have done it previously?
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, the music's going hard.
But it's already too late, because Goku has used up too much energy to do it.
Yep. And that's actually sort of a neat, like, because that tracks. The way that, okay.
They need to be able to match each other's level.
I've talked about this in the past. GT's very bad about this. How much power has been used and how much power they have left has been really nebulous and often insanely inconsistent.
But Goku has been in this fight the entire time.
Yeah, he has been Super Saiyan 4 for a while now. So yeah, no, obviously he's gonna have less power than Vegeta.
Yeah, he's been fighting since Nova. Like he hasn't stopped fighting since then.
Yeah. So at this point, he's Kid again. And it's unfortunate, like, because the first time they try, it's like, oh, well, we'll just try again. And then one star just stands there and lets it happen. But
yeah, because he realizes, no, he's at the end of his rope. Like, he can't do it.
I think is it Trunks or Gohan that notices it? I think it's
the Kais, because we keep cutting back to them. Yeah,
which they're apparently back in this, watching again, which I'm not terribly opposed to.
They provide exposition, which is their entire purpose.
奴を倒せずドラゴンボールを浄化できなかったら溢れ出したマイナスエネルギーが地球上を覆いあらゆるものを汚染するじゃろう
Everything will look like a game from the Xbox 360 era.
やがては銀河全体が腐ってなくなってしまうじゃろう
Although you're right, I do think it was like either Goten or Trunks, because they're familiar with the technique.
But yeah, unfortunately, Goku's kind of boned, and they're technically both boned.
Goku's laughing. I was like, we're gonna die.
Yep.
We did brush over one thing. Vegeta got off the final attack.
Yeah. So while they're trying to do some damage to one star, What?
Final attack!
What? It's just the final flash, but instead of saying flash, he says it's. I don't get it. What? Maybe he says shine in the background?
It was a green beam, so it was the final shine.
Yeah, but did he say final shine?
I don't know. He it's Goku going Kamehame final, and then attack.
Yeah, I don't. What?
Once again, it does nothing. Poor Vegeta introduces attacks, and I think he's like 1/3 for them having full effect.
Galagun was pretty cool. Big Bang
was
Attack
cool. Big
rocked.
Bang Attack killed.
Yeah, Final Flash flashy, but-
looked really cool, and probably would have obliterated Cell if he had got all of it.
But ultimately, Sound and Fury signifying nothing.
Yeah, as is the life of Vegeta, as will remain the life of Vegeta.
But it's yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. So after all is said and done, Goku powers down, and then all hope seems lost until Ball. I like how even the narrator is like stuttering, is like, oh, okay.
It's like they caught him off guard. It's like, oh, it's the end of the episode.
だが俺はもうそんな簡単にはやらねえぞ
I have a question. It's a hell of a zit. A Dragon Ball pops out of his forehead. The 4-star ball just.
Yep.
And that's the question we're left with at the end of that episode.
Why Ball?
Why Ball? And at the beginning of the next episode, everybody's asking, why Ball?
And it is sort of funny because Goku does not notice at first. Everyone has to tell him, like, dude, you've got a Dragon Ball in your head. You got a Dragon Ball? You got a Dragon Ball.
Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, well, I guess this is life now. Very Goku.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's good. One star is like, I don't care. I'm just gonna kill you now.
I'm just gonna kill you anyway. I don't know what's up with it.
And then as it turns out, oh hey, it's the 4-star dragon.
Yeah, Nova shows back up.
Yep.
And apparently he's strong enough to block Omega's attacks.
Well, smack it away anyway.
Yeah, he's able to deflect it. He's as strong as a Super Saiyan 4. You know, he's
approximately, yeah.
Yeah. He was going toe to toe with Goku.
Yeah. So he slaps that attack away, which, like, and it's sort of interesting because at first, you know, he shows up. And the episode is titled Goku Saved, the appearance of a new ally or something like that.
Which kind of gives away the game because he shows up and he's playing a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like everything presented to the audience is that he is there to kill Vegeta and Goku, specifically Goku, but he throws some offense at Vegeta too.
Damn it! Stop it! Mother... Hate you!
And he's like, only I'm going to defeat Goku. And like, for a kid, if you're a kid watching this, you're probably pretty convinced, like, oh no.
Yeah, they're really on the back foot now.
Yeah.
I wonder who this ally they're talking about is going to be.
Yeah. Like, this is only made worse by its title. Otherwise, I think it would have, not knowing how these things play out, this would have actually been like a kind of even more, when they plot is like, here's an even more dire situation.
Yeah. I mean, the title called him an ally, so I'm going to believe the title. I mean, granted, it could be talking about somebody else,
Yeah.
but I doubt it at this point. Well, Tapion just shows up.
It's Giru.
Man, don't break my heart.
Slaps Goku around, slaps Vegeta around, but then Vegeta gets up and like, what is he doing? Why is he? He's just toying around with us.
Trunks goes to check on Vegeta's like, no, he's pulling his punches. He's playing. Like, this is, in wrestling, they have these things called rest holds, which, you know, you see somebody in a headlock, that's for the wrestlers to get a chance to take a breather. He's literally doing the Dragon Ball equivalent of a rest hold.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that the wrestlers can take a breath, calm down after doing a big thing, and get ready to do more big things. Like, he's literally giving them a chance to breathe and recover while lulling Omega into a false sense of security.
Meanwhile, 4-star has this technique where he creates a lens and then focuses his power through the lens.
Yeah, we saw him do that like as an amplifying device, but now he throws them?
it? Like f***ing Kenzans? Like, what is this? What's happening?
It's like the art team that worked on the episode where he was using it as an attack didn't communicate with the guys that are working on it now or something.
Right? It's so weird. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is part of his attack. And now he's just using it to throw stuff or like,
He's throwing them as attacks, and they just explode. They're like little weird oblong bombs.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either, but he's not around long enough for it to matter.
No.
Because ultimately... Deep in his bowels, I felt my goodness return.
Oh yeah, that's actually what happened.
Yeah, that was my plan. He does his face turn against Omega. He and Goku shoot him, and then he grabs him.
Yeah.
And he puts him in a fireball.
Which, honestly, in terms of like the techniques, because we've seen this technique before in a different way. He originally used it as like a spire, a pillar of fire. Here, he's created a ball around One Star, and also has fire tentacles. I don't.
It's really the powers get made up as they go along. It's 5-year-olds playing in a playground.
It really is.
Because he traps him in this ball of fire prison. He's like, I'm gonna blow you up with my fire. Oh, you're gonna try to escape? Nuh-uh, because I got energy tentacles that hold you in place. Oh, what? You gonna try and shoot me? Fine, I'll let you go. Go ahead and shoot me.
Yeah, you'll kill yourself.
It'll just blow up and it'll take you with it.
But now I'm gonna fire a blast in here, but it's only gonna kill you and not me.
You're too scared to shoot me in the face, so I'm gonna turn around. You coward! I'll kill us now!
Well, yeah, but even then he says like, oh, this won't kill me, it'll only kill you. Why will it only, what? How will it only
Because he can survive the fire. He can survive heat.
I guess that's true. I guess that's it.
It's his entire thing, is that he can survive the heat of the sun, which I guess he's making. I kind of thought that Omega was going to use the other dragon's powers, like, use ice to try to counter it, but whatever.
So here's an interesting thing.
He did use the other dragon's powers, technically.
Kind of. We don't. It's kind of. So what happens is.
Well, let's play it out as we saw it.
Okay.
It blows up.
Yeah.
And Nova lands down on the ground, and Goku's like, "Yeah, you won! Hooray!" And then he turns. He's like, "I'm sorry, Goku." Crackle, crackle, and then... How did he even fit? Zool! There is no Nova, only sin. Spikes start shooting out of him, and it turns out Omega Shenron was inside of him. Yeah. But how, Kaiser?
So Goku is like, what? And
same with us.
But hold on. I'll explain. So we go back to inside the ball from earlier. 4-Star is like, now I'm going to crush you and smash you with my power. And
I'm going to do whatever this thing does.
Yeah, it's like, but I'll survive. And 1-Star's like, wait, so you're going to survive it? Yeah. All right, fine, I'll just take your body.
I just need your body.
And then shoots the Dragon Balls out into 4-Star, which, by the way, apparently through the lens thing?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. the balls, like, the balls converge inside of 4-Star, inside of Nova.
I guess you can just do that. Okay, here's the thing.
Remember the mole dragon.
Yeah,
the mole dragon, like, apparently some of the balls are just who they are.
But that's the thing. I don't care if it's 1-Star's power or if it is the mole guy's power. I don't care if it's one or the other. If 1-Star can do that, fine. He can already absorb the Dragon Balls. If he has the ability to then transfer them to other dragons, fine. I'll believe it. Whatever. But if it is the moles, that's cool, and I wish they'd have clarified, because the idea that he's using a power that he stole to save himself is way more cool than if it were just his. All I wish is that they'd have specified, because that would have made that even better.
Yeah, they don't specify. I just assumed. Like, that's what I said as soon as we saw Nova. I'm like, I bet he used Mole Guy's power.
Yeah, which, again, I don't mind if it's one or the other. I just wish they'd have specified, because that's a cool move.
Yeah. So. And it worked. He shatters out of him. I don't know how he fit to begin with, but...
Well, I mean, he probably grew.
He expanded out. Yeah. Because he just shatters, and now he has all ball back.
Which, by the way, really interesting move that they do with him coming out of...
Yeah, because they cover it.
Well, because, like... in the shot, 4-Star's standing away from Goku, but Omega comes out the other way.
Yeah.
So he's standing towards Goku as like the spikes come out. It's actually kind of disturbing to watch him like, instead of like expand him normally where his face would appear where Fours is, it comes out the other side.
Yeah.
It's honestly, artistically, that's a really neat move. I like that.
It looked cool, and I like the fact that they say, like, they even had like the reveal as like the bits and pieces of Nova were chipping off of him, that the last one that came off reveals that the 4-star ball is now back inside of him, meaning he's back to full 100% efficiency right at the time where Vegeta runs out of Super Saiyan 4.
Yep.
Still doesn't have a tail. That must have felt really weird.
I actually really wish he'd kept the tail.
It would have made sense. I mean, he just kind of grows it, and like, I guess he needs moon juice.
I guess he needs the moon juice to get like the ultra moon juice to get his tail back. But and then of course he turns to Goku and is like, "You can go Super Saiyan."
You can do whatever you want. F you.
Yeah.
I need that, and it's broken.
Poor Vegeta.
So yeah, we're left in a very dire situation.
Yes.
Where again, I hadn't seen these previous episodes ever. And I have not seen the next two, the final 2 episodes ever.
Yeah.
I know vaguely how it ends.
I can't remember exactly how the next one plays out. I know exactly how the last one plays out. So it'll be interesting because, yeah, at this point, kind of waiting for it to end. I mean, it's not been
a little bit.
It's not been boring. I'm not bored.
Again, this has been like it's been very fighto, but it's been mediocre fighto. It's not bad. It's just very watch, you know?
And I think the thing that kind of gets to me is that, unfortunately, I am a 37-year-old man who has studied story structure, and these episodes kind of suffer from the fact that it's a lot of stuff that kind of didn't matter all that much.
It's not a lot of plot. It's a lot of fight.
You could have, in fact, cut everything that happened in these episodes, had them just try and go fuse again, and Goku powers down. You did not need any of the other stuff. You literally could have cut 2 episodes worth of material to get where we are now. And that is a little frustrating. I won't lie. Especially for a bunch of fights that are not that good.
Yeah, they're, again, above the bar for GT, but as far as anime, like shonen anime in general goes, very low mid-tier.
Especially since, let's be honest, some of that stuff's just gotten better over time.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to compare it to like stuff of its age, like Yu Yu Hakusho and...
I mean, yeah, but then, that's harsh, because Yu Yu Hakusho's fights are
I know,
so
I love
good.
it. I love it. It's really good. I love Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
But again, comparing it to like Dragon Ball Z, it's, you know...
Oh yeah, no, comparing it to Z, it's falling short. By the way, I still love how, like, I feel like for at least a couple times just watching GT, we keep going back to Yu Yu Hakusho, and I don't know why.
Because I f***ing love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a great... Look, if you're going to compare something to anything, like to shonen anime, I'm going to compare it to one of my gold standards.
In fact, I think Yu Yu Hakusho was coming out around this time. So.
Probably.
But yeah, no, it's, yeah. That is a bother. The fact that I can, like, okay, so yeah, seeing 4-star back, that's cool. Doesn't amount to anything.
Yeah.
The whole them trying to fuse again doesn't amount to anything.
But also, like, the thing is, I think the thing that bothered me a little bit more is because it felt like 4-star was trying to give them a bit of a rest. It didn't feel like they got much of a rest in. In fact, Vegeta lost more energy. Like, because by the end of that episode, he's drained.
Yeah. It would have been nice if 4-star sacrifice, like coming back and doing something was like, and maybe it's supposed to be kind of this whole like him coming back for one last hurrah, but it not amounting to anything does hurt it, right?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it amounting to kind of a negative consequence.
Sort of. I mean, it wasn't like Vegeta was going. It wasn't like.
Well, no, I mean like a negative consequence in that he lost and now Omega's back to full power.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, darkest before the dawn in terms of like a hero's journey type deal, but...
Honestly, I kind of, honestly, if Goku had kept the 4-star and that had given the edge to win in the next episode...
Yeah, if that had been like some power boost or something, or had like been like a key to... I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I was expecting more from it than just for Nova to show back up.
What if Nova showed up at a critical moment in the next episode to help save the day, and then died in the process?
Or if Goku had like received part of his power or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Son of a bitch.
Like there's stuff to that, but we got what we got, and we got 2 episodes remaining, which means, I mean, you know, as far as GT goes, the show's finale, we'll be tackling that
Next week.
on GTFS. Oh my God, I did the.
Yeah.
Huh, that feels weird.
Yeah.
Feels weird.
Yeah. I can't believe we're almost done.
Light at the end of the. We actually talked about this.
yeah.
the fact that like we're so close to the end of the show. We were talking about this on the way back to the viewing room last time.
Because a lot of people have noticed the fact that my attitude about the show after Baby has shifted dramatically.
Because we were over the hump. If we were still like 20, 30 episodes away, this would be a very different attitude.
Yeah, no,
We got 2 episodes and a movie.
Yep, I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this to be done. And not even in like, oh, I need this to be done now. Just like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to watch.
I'll
any more
never need to
GT.
watch GT again.
Yeah, because now I can definitively say I have watched it from beginning to end, Japanese, thoroughly analyzed. But you know, after we're done, I am thinking about doing something, maybe comparing this with another sequel to Dragon Ball, maybe.
You.
Yeah. Hey, you. You don't have to. You don't.
No, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. No!
You know that lukewarm water is actually kind of better for you than like ice cold water, especially like on hot days. People don't know this, but like the temperature drop from like ice cold